Hi everyone, it's Dawn from Creative Appliques. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and click the bell to be notified when I upload new video. Today's video is the most requested video request I have ever had. Yes, the most requested video that people wanted me to make. And it is what's under your table. So today we're going to show you what is under my table. And if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. Okay, so what I have here is I have just a normal table. It's the higher type of table that you sit with the bar stools. It also has a leaf that comes with it. I, however, don't have the leaf in it. But I really liked this idea because of the fact that it is high for me. I'm about 5'7", and so for me, some of the cutting tables and things that they have are a little bit too low for me to be able to comfortably stand at them and cut. So I've came up with this idea quite a few years ago, and it's served me well. So we'll show you what I've done here. So these material, these drapes here, I essentially made, and because there's a lip here, right here, for the table, I have a tension rod that sits in on either side there, and it holds the drape. So when I'm using, when I need anything underneath the table, all I simply do is put it up like that. But it does get in the way of, if I'm doing something up there, but I usually just come down here and get what I need and then put it back down. So anyway, let's go through what's under here. So these are plastic, Sterilite bins that I bought years ago. I can't find these anymore that have these type of drawers, the 3 big ones and the 2 small ones. But anyway, so I store on top of them, I have slid in some of the rulers that, cutting rulers I have that can't hang up or are very, very fragile. This one allows you to cut every ½ inch straight lines for quilting, and it's great for the mask design I had. So I like to put that right up there, out of the way, safe and secure. In here I have just a bunch of my testing material. I have some of the stabilizers that I got with my Racoma machine when they sent it to me. And then I cut up scraps of, not scraps, but I get white knit material, and I cut it up into shapes large enough to fit within the hoop, and I'll do a lot of my test stitches for my designs on these pieces of knit fabric, because the majority of customers who purchase my designs will use a knit t-shirt to sew on, and so I want to make sure that the design is digitized properly, has the correct stitches, amount of stitches that is going to work best on knit. So I have that both in white and in black, and that way it's accessible for me because I use that just about daily. In this drawer I have a bunch of onesies, blanks for stitching, also test stitches. This is a whole bunch of, these are inserts for face masks. Let me bring you a little closer here so you can see a little better. Okay. In here I have a bunch of painter's tape. I love using painter's tape when I'm doing in the hoop designs. It doesn't leave any sticky residue. It's very easy to tear away, and so I like using that. Hello. This is my little helper Scooter here. Hello, thank you, Scooter. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Say hello, everyone. Okay, and then because we're still in the pandemic, I have lots of the plastic shapes that you put inside the filter pocket to keep the mask away from your face. So, and then this is elastic that I was able to find on Amazon. That is the good elastic for that they use on those paper masks that you do get when you go into the hospital. This is the exact elastic that is used with that, so it's very soft. Anyway, so this is a whole bunch of sewing threads and serger threads back there that I've got, and then the tapes that I use for the in the hoop designs. Here's a whole drawer of blanks that I have from ARB Blanks. Love that cotton. Blanks Boutique. So yeah, these are all different blanks that I have for sewing designs. And then down here, I just have some of my workout equipment, some of my pieces of workout equipment that are here. This is my no scooter. This is my toolkit that I have handy here that, you know, if I need any of the Allen wrenches or the pieces of the screwdrivers. So that sits right in here very nicely and is very convenient. So that's the right side drawer. We'll go over to the left side drawer here and show you what's in this side. So in this side we have, again, on top here, I have some other little cutting mats here, and a lot of times I like to use a placemat like this. These are the rubber placemats, and I will put this down on my table, and I'll put the bottom hoop on top of this, and then when I'm hooping something, it prevents the hoop from sliding. So I like to have them right up there nice and handy as well. So in this drawer is a bunch of my silhouette, my stuff for my silhouette cutting machine, different blades. I also have some double-sided tape, and then I have some Mylar that I love using in some of the sketch designs, fabric markers, lint rollers. That's what's in this drawer. And then I have some more. These are placement guides for placing designs centered on the shirt. I have some of my test stitches of my in the hoop sanitizer cases here. I've got my little stitch eraser that I hope I don't have to use very often. Some more rulers. These are all things that I need, you know, handy, close by for when I'm working on designs and working on test stitches, so that I have them convenient here. This is my stabilizer drawer. So these are pressing cloths that I have, stabilizers, all of my stabilizers, my poly mesh, this one is the wash away topper that then this is the like the cover that goes on the what is it called, cover, soft cover, something like that, that you iron onto the inside of the shirt on the back of the design so it doesn't make it scratchy. I have some tearaway here, I have some adhesive, I have my water soluble stabilizer here, and I have it in a big bag like this, a big Ziploc bag, so that it stays out of the moisture and in the humidity here in Virginia. We got lots of humidity, so I put it in this bag and roll it up. And the other thing I have in here is those moisture things that come in shoes and purses, and sometimes it comes in bags of food as well, to keep things dry, to take the humidity out of the air. So I have those in here as well to keep the life of the stabilizer, essentially. And then this drawer is a whole bunch of vinyl and felt for in the hoop designs. And then the bottom drawer is just kind of a miscellaneous bunch of stuff. Little test stitches I have here, some quilting squares. I told you what I used these for. My felty test stitches. Some of the curtain grommets that I used for, we have a in the hoop door hanger that goes on the in the hoop door. Yeah, it goes on the handle of the door, and it's a pocket where you can put things in. You can also use it to hang on a hook by an electrical outlet to hold the cell phone while the cell phone's charging. You can use it to hang on the side of your machine to use scissors and seam rippers and stuff like that. So, and then we have also a countdown to Christmas Santa design, Santa key, and anyway, so these grommets were used for that. This is essentially thread net that I got on by the yard somewhere, I can't remember. These are great. These are actually for the bathroom to put on a bathroom wall to help people, you know, if you need an extra handle, but it's great to put on a quilting ruler. And that way you can put it on the quilting ruler and hold on to this when you're cutting. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of that different kind of miscellaneous stuff in here. Now, on the back, in the back there is containers of test stitches. So every design that I sell, we stitch out and we do a test stitch of it to make sure that it's properly digitized in the correct sequence and that it stitches properly and all the steps are there. So back under there, that is where all those test stitches are. Now we'll go around to this side. Okay, so over here on this side of the table, these are the cabinets that we just went through on the front. We have containers of smaller pieces of heat and bond light. I save those. 2 pressing cloths that I have. The one that's for like the Cricut machine, and then the wool pressing mat. I have a container here of my markers and my heat gun and my little iron that I use when I am doing in the hoop, when I'm doing applique shirts and I need to iron down the heat in my light. Also another little iron. I've got some starch and then some temporary spray adhesive. And then these are containers of little pieces of scraps that have heat and bond light prepped on the back of them that, you know, some of the pieces of, some of the areas on an applique will be small. And so with that, you know, I don't like to throw away all the pieces when there's still some good life in them. So let me know in the comments if you save yours too. And then we have some scraps of water-soluble stabilizer as well, and other pieces of stabilizer. And then this is some cutaway as well. Again, you can see I have these little silica packets in there with the cutaway the water-soluble stabilizer to keep that from drying out. And then I have scraps of tearaway and scraps of cutaway, because that's not necessarily a scrap, and we all know how expensive the supplies for machine embroidery can be. So I like to save pieces that still are large enough that have come off the bolt that I can still use. And then back on this side here, I have all these big rolls of stabilizer. So, you know, this is 72F, that's the fusible. This is my large bolt of cutaway. Got my other little ironing board here for the arms in small places. more cutaway stabilizer, my roll of Heat and Bond Light, because I use that. And then just some more stabilizers are back in there, and then that is all the storage back in there of the test stitches and stuff. So that's the layout of this table of what I have going on under here. It's a lot, but it's all very handy and convenient. It's right at my fingertips when I need it, and that's what I like about this setup. So I'd love to know in the comments how you organize your craft table. Let me know what you think of my setup here, and let me know how you organize yours. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a thumbs up and leave a comment for me and let me know that you enjoyed this video so that I can continue making new content for you and uploading new videos. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and until next time, make your life creative.